How would you describe your home, Griffin?
Quiet.
So quiet. Noah, last one. How would you describe where you live?
Safety.
So it's a safe place where you live? That's great. Our stories this week are all going to connect back to that essential question. What is it like where you live? And we are going to talk about two different types of places. City and country. Visualize a city right now. You actually live in a pretty big city. Indianapolis is a pretty big city. Visualize where you live and tell me, what are cities like? What are cities like, Stevie? What do we see in a city?
Buildings.
And are those small buildings or big buildings usually?
Big.
Big buildings. Does anyone know what really big tall buildings in a city are called? There's a really big long word for them. Lincoln, do you know what the really tall ones are called? Leslie, do you know?
Tower.
Towers. Have any of you heard the word skyscrapers?
Yes.
Oh, they're so tall. They scrape the sky. So I may say in a city, I would see skyscrapers. What else might I see in a city? Bella.
Sometimes, like little building stores.
So lots of stores. I love that one, Bella. What else might I see in a city? Vipa.
I just went to there. I just saw a lot of things.
What did you see when you went there?
I just saw a big car.
So do we have a lot of cars in a city?
Yeah, I saw a big car.
Cars, and I will put big on there. Maybe big semi-trucks, things like that on our highways. Riley, one more thing. What might we see in a city?
Taxis.
Maybe a taxi to help people get around. Now I want you to visualize country life. So places where maybe there are not skyscrapers. There are not a lot of stores. What would the country look like? What might I see if we visited the country? Chase.
Like some food, like my cousins have like a cornfield in my house.
Cornfields. I would definitely see cornfields out in the country. What else might I see, Brenna?
You might see sand.
Maybe. Can you give me any more information about that?
You can see animals.
Maybe animals. Maybe I would see a cow or pigs or horses. Could see animals. Dylan, what might I see in the country?
Dirt.
Probably some dirt. We could see a little bit of that in the city. Maybe there's more in the country. Griffin M, last one.
People.
Yeah, they're going to be people. Would I see people in the city? Yeah, so could I add that to both of them?
Yeah.
People live in the city and people live in the country. We're going to see that we're going to have people in both places, but they will look a little bit different. All right, last week you have this introduction essential question video. It's only going to be about 1 minute long, but it gives us a sneak peek into what we're going to learn this week. Let me log into my computer.
Where I live. What is it like where you live? Families live in different places all over the United States. Some live in a suburb or a small town where the homes are near each other. Other families live in the countryside or on a farm. They might even raise animals or grow crops. And some families live right in a big city with its noisy traffic and people everywhere. No matter where you live, that is where you call home.
I noticed in that video some of the things you mentioned. I saw taxis. I saw lots of buildings. I saw people. So we came up with a pretty good list. A couple of vocabulary words. Echo the word city.
City.
A city is a large town with tall buildings and many people. Oftentimes, cities have more people that live there than in the country. Here's an example sentence. A city has many buildings where people live and work. That word skyscraper we talked about, here's an example. Those really, really tall buildings that scrape the sky. Next word is country.
Country.
The country is the land outside a town or city where there are farms and not many buildings or people. People do live out in the country, but there are going to be less people that live in the country than that live in big cities like Indianapolis. On our drive through the country, we passed by fields of corn and saw lots of cows. You told me that we might see cornfields in the country and we might see animals. So there's a great picture of what we were describing. All right, switching gears, friends. Let's stand up and get into phonics. We're going to do our phonics dance. Ready? Abby is sad, and is a word. Baby wants a bottle now. Burp your baby. C says cat meow. I'm a digging dog. Eddie loves his teddy and Eddie loves Eve. Froggy loves flies. Goat. I am happy. It. Iggy loves her wiggy and Iggy loves I. Jumping. Kissing kangaroos. Oh, loud lion. Mean monster. You are nice. Is O. Popcorn, please. Queen, plop, your highness. No rain at recess. School, SCHOOL. School. Mrs. Brown's my teacher. Fussy funny, my umbrella. Is you. Violin. What? Watermelon. X says X. The X-rays in the box. Yeah. Yakking. I will not yak today. Hi-ho the dairy-o, I will not yak today. Zipper zip. Awesome. Have a seat, friends. Great job. Our objective today, and it's going to last us these first couple days of this week, I can identify and read short I words. Last week we worked on short A. Diego, this week we're going to switch to short I. This is I do. I want you to watch me as I blend these words. My first word, it, fit. This is just for me. You'll help me on the next slide. It, bit, wig, in, pin. If we have some time at the end, I'm going to come back. There's a new song that goes along with this called Kim Here's an Insect. If we have time at the end of our lesson, we'll come back and we'll do our song and dance that goes with short I. I need your help. For the first row, I want to hear everyone's voice. Look at the orange words, and your brain is thinking about the sounds. Bipa, our brain is thinking about the sounds. And ready, class? We're going to blend these short I words. It, 6, big, dig. Ladies only. You're going to have the next line. Ladies only. Take a look, ladies. Let your brain think about the sounds. And And ladies, let's blend these words. Ready? His. Diego. In. Win. Lip. Gentlemen, it's your turn. You have the next line. Take a look. Think about the sounds. Gentlemen, you're going to blend these with me. Ready? Sick. Pin. Pig. Did. Very good. I'm going to have everybody look at this sentence. We're going to practice fluently reading this sentence. That means my reading sounds like the way I talk. We're going to read it nice and smooth. Take a look. My brain is thinking. I see some sight words in there and some short I. We're going to try to read it one time through everyone's voice. Ready? He has 6 big pigs. One more time, a little bit smoother now. Ready? He has 6 big pigs. Great job. One more sentence. Take a look. Let your brain think about the sounds. Let's read it first time. Everyone, ready? I will fix the van. One more time, a little bit smoother. I will fix the van. Very good. We are going to practice our mix, freeze, read, trade. Each of you is going to get a card that has a short I word on it. When you get your card, I want you in your brain to think about those sounds and read that word to yourself inside of your brain. We practiced this last week with short A. Now we're going to do the same activity with short I. Our goal is that we are going to read as many short I words as we can. There you go here, there you go Macy, there you go Lincoln. Rosemary, do you have a card yet? No. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. Read that word inside of your head. I am going to play this time so that everyone has a partner, so I will be a partner with you. Stand up and mix. Mix, 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 mix. Have that, buddy. Freeze. Find somebody near you. Find someone. If you don't have a partner, raise your hand so we can get you one. Frankie and Gershon, you two can be partners. Read your words. Jaden, go, or Sarah and Jaden. You two can be partners. Oh, grab one off of my chair there, Noah. I have a baggie. I apologize for skipping you. All right, Deepa, what is your word? Hit. Mine is him. We're going to trade. Trade with your partner. And mix. Okay, let's look for someone with their hand up. Mix, mix, not human bumper cars, safely mixing. And freeze, find someone near you. If you do not have a partner, you're going to put your arm in the air. Olivia and Griffin T, is Christian your partner? Olivia needs a partner. Rosemary, go to Olivia. Lincoln and Griffin. Oh, Olivia, come on over here. You can be partners with us so you're not left out. Read to your partner. All right, Frankie, what is your word? Lid. Mine is hid. What's your word? Sit. Good. Here's where you get mine. Trade with your partner and start mixing. Freeze. Find someone near you. If you do not have a partner, Grace. Noah and Riley, partners. Caden and Christian, partners. Gershon, do you want to come be in our group? Deepa and Gershon. Be a group of 3 with us then. All right, Riley, read me your words. You're with Noah, babe. Good. Mine is lid. What's yours? Pigs. I'll give Brenna mine. Brenna, you give yours to Niley. Niley, take my card. One more time. Make sure you trade it and mix. Find somebody new. Somebody new. And freeze. If you don't have a partner, put your arm in the air. Liv and Niley. Diego and Rosemary. Sarah and Maddie. Gershon can be a group of 3 with us. Yeah, come on over. All right, Griffin, you can do your word first. carpet square. Make your way back to your carpet square. Hang on, we'll collect it in just a second. Back to me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Nice job reading those short I words. I'm going to hand the baggie to Kaden. Kaden's going to put his card in and pass it to the next person. Brenna will put her card in and pass it, and we're going to get them all collected. Natalie, when it gets back to you, put this baggie on my desk, please. Okay? Get them passing. I want to take a moment and look at your spelling words for this week. You will notice there's something special about some of our spelling words. Class, echo the word pin.
Pin.
Win.
Win.
What do you notice about those two words? Pin, win. Griffin T, what do you notice? They're rhyming words. Christian, you're going to pass yours back to Maddie. So if I know how to spell pin, the only thing I need to think about when that spelling test comes around is changing that beginning sound. Pin, win. Echo the next word. Hit.
Hit.
Bella, sit.
Sit.
What do you notice about those two words? There's something special. Jaden? They're rhyming words. The only thing I changed was my beginning sound. Next word. Miss.
Miss.
Kiss.
Kiss.
Oh, gross. Right? What do you notice about miss and kiss, Bella?
They rhyme.
They're rhyming. Macy, the only thing that's different is I have changed my beginning sound. Now, don't forget, these have what's called a double consonant at the end. So we're going to have to practice that, not just one S, but two S's. That might be tricky. You're going to recognize these two words. Echo me. Nap.
Nap.
Can.
Can.
Those were your two spelling words from this past week. You will always have two review words in the list. And finally, you'll have two sight words. Out.
Out.
Up.
Up.
Fantastic. If your card is inside of the bag, I want you to walk to your seat, get out your big fat workbook. If your card is already in the bag, walk to your seat, get out your big fat workbook. I'll take it so you guys can go and get to your seat. Big fat workbook. I'll take your cards, Rose. Big fat workbook. Can I have it now? Big fat workbook. Natalie, would you put that and throw that on my desk? Last week when we practiced this workbook page, I told you that it was not going to be graded. This week, it is. It's the real deal. So I'm going to go over the directions, and you're going to have about 3 minutes to complete this page. You can turn to page 11 in your big fat reading workbook. Page 11. If you find yourself, table 1, as a fast finisher, there's an activity for you right here on the screen. If you don't need 3 minutes to complete this page, you're going to put it away and look at the screen for your fast finisher activity. Your directions on page 11 in your big fat workbook, Sarah, the big thick red one. Get that out for me because this is only going to take us about 3 minutes. Jaden, your directions say, read the word. Now, if I'm going to grade this, do I want BPOD to read it out loud?
No.
No. I'm going to want BPOD to read it inside of his brain. Thank you for helping, Liv. You're going to read these words inside of your brain. Listen for the short I sound. Then circle the picture that the word names. All you're going to do is read that short I word, circle the picture that matches. You are not going to tear it out yet, but when you are done, it can go inside of your desk, and you have a fast finisher activity here on the screen. Are there questions about what you're going to do on this page? I'll come to you, Brenna. Timer is on. So what should you do, Kaden? Yes, Brenna. Just circle the picture that names the word, matches the word. Thank you for helping, Rick. You can work on yours. I will get Sarah. Circle the picture that matches the word. When you're done, put it away. You have a fast finisher activity on the screen. Look at the screen there, Kaden. Your activity is up there. When you're done, put this away and do the fast We are not going to check over the answers because I'll collect this later on to grade it. When you're done, your workbook can go in your desk. Then you have a fast finish or activity on the screen. They have to grade that workbook. Not rhyming, you're going to look at the word and find the picture that matches that word. No, try to read this word for yourself and find the picture that matches it. You're just going to circle one of those that matches that word. When you're done, you're going to put this in your desk. Look at the page number on the screen. It will tell you exactly what to do. We have just about 1 minute left. When you're finished, this can go in your desk. Christian, inside of your brain, because some people are still working. Circle the picture that matches that word. This can go in your desk. Dylan, Riley, can go in your desk. See how that can go in your desk. Aiden, this can go in your desk. When you're finished, Bella, this can go in your desk. This can go in your desk. Griff, I want you to circle the picture that matches that word. So read that word to me.
It's on page 34.
Go carefully. Okay, so which one of these pictures do you need to show me?
It's on page 34.
I'm hearing voices, Kaden, and I should not. I still have some friends finishing their page. When the timer goes off, I will want you to stand up behind your chair. When the timer goes off, I want you to stand up behind your chair. Please put your reading books back into your desk and stand up behind your chair. We have 4 new sight words to introduce, and we're going to practice by spelling them with our bodies today. Griff, you can put it in your desk for now. We can work on it later on, okay? First word, class, is the word down. Echo me.
Down.
We're going to spell the word down with our bodies. Ready? D-O-W-N spells down. The example sentence says, we go down the steps. Can one of you give me a sentence with the word down? Niley,
Are you down here?
are you down there? Leslie,
Are you downstairs?
are you downstairs? Grace,
I'm down here.
come down here. Fantastic sentences. Next word, out.
Out.
Spell it with our bodies. Ready, Liv? O-U-T spells out. Your example sentence, they go out to play. Jaden, can you give me a sentence using out?
Going outside.
And outside is one of those words that's compound. I could say, will we go out for recess? And that would make it perfect. Griffin T,
Are you
are you
out here?
out here? Olivia,
Is my brother outside?
you're piggybacking on Jaden's. I could say, is my brother out there? Because outside is one of those compound words. It has out, but it's actually a different one. Last one, Sarah.
Are you out there?
Are you out there? Next word. Echo me, up.
Up.
Spell it with our bodies. Ready? Chase? U-P spells up. Your example, they went up the hill. Can you give me one? Bella?
We go up a roller coaster.
We go up a roller coaster. Frankie?
We go up.
Say it, well, I just couldn't hear you.
We go up here.
We go up here. Last one, Stevie.
Let's go up here now.
Let's go up here, Mom. And your last word is very.
Very.
Let's spell it with our bodies. Ready? V-E-R-Y spells very. Your example sentence, it is very loud in the city. Noah, can you give me a sentence?
It is very crowded.
It is very crowded in the city too. Riley,
It is very quiet in my home.
Diego,
It is very loud on a roller coaster.
it is very loud. I would like for you to bring your small reading book up to the carpet with you. Bring your small reading book. I'm going to have you sit on it for just a moment. Put it underneath your bottom. You're going to sit on it because I want to talk to you before we open up and get to our story. Small reading book. Let's try to get here in 15, 14, 13. You're going to sit on it. 12, 11, 10. Stevie, I want this small one. 9, Griffin T, the small one. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On day 1 of our lessons, we are always, Gershon, going to practice reading what I call a decodable story. That means I think we should be able to sound out the words that we're reading. You're going to see sight words. Sarah, we're going to see those 4 brand new sight words in this story. And we're also going to see a lot of short I words. Take your pencil because we just don't need it here on the carpet right now. What? Wrong way. This week we're going to read a story called 6 Kids. I always want to draw your attention to this box up here at the top because it tells me what type of story I'm about to read. I noticed it says genre fantasy. Does anyone know what kind of book that is? If it tells me it's a fantasy story, what does that mean? Chase, what do you think that means?
Fake.
It does mean fake. There's another element because fiction means fake too. Why didn't it just say fiction? There's something a little different about fantasy. Beepa? The title of the story is 6 Kids. You are right. Diego, what do you think fantasy means?
I think it means it could happen.
Okay, let's look at the picture here for just a minute. I noticed we're going to read about some chickens. And I noticed that one of those chickens is wearing a bow tie. And I noticed that some of those chickens are wearing rain boots. Another chicken is wearing a pretty pearl necklace. So, can that happen in real life?
No.
No, so use that. What do you think fantasy is? It is a type of fiction, but fantasy has something special about it. Riley?
It's a fairy tale.
Fairy tales can be fantasy. Fantasy means it cannot happen in real life. You're going to see some silly things happen in fantasy. Diego, I'm going to see chickens wearing rain boots and chickens wearing bow ties. I might see a teddy bear driving a car. I might hear animals talking. Fantasy means it is not going to happen in real life. It's not just fiction, but it goes a step further. A lot of our favorite fairy tales, Riley, they are fantasy. When you have animals that can talk and do things people do, that's going to be fantasy. So we haven't read any of these yet. I want to make sure you know what that word means. As we read today, we're going to see the 4 sight words. Down, out, up, very. We are going to start by echo reading. Please go ahead and open up your story, your book. We're going to be on pages 34 and 35 to get us started. 34 and 35. For the first 2 pages, we are going to echo read. That means I read first and you read second. We'll switch it up after the first 2 pages.
It's on page.
If you have a neighbor who's struggling, can you help them? 34 and 35. It's okay, just go swap out. Rosemary, go grab the other one, the little reading book. I always want to start with the title. Put your finger on the title. Put your finger on the title of the story. Christian, can you tell me, how did you know that that was the title? You're right, it is the title. How do we know where the title is? Frankie, could you help him? How do you know where the title is?
Because there's words.
Say it again.
Because there's words.
The title does have words, you are correct. Griffin, and how do I know where the title is?
Is it big?
Big, bold print. Authors are going to put it really big for you at the beginning because they want you to be able to find it. Class, let's echo read the title. 6 kids.
6 kids.
Echo means I read first and you read second. We'll try it again. 6 kids.
6 kids.
Good. Turn your book to the first page of text. Finger goes on the very first word. Echo me. 6. Oh, echo means I read first and you're going to read second. Ready? 6 kids go out.
6 kids go out.
6 kids go up a hill.
6 kids go up a hill.
Time out. Let's make a prediction. We're going to look at some evidence in the pictures. What do you think those chicks are going to do? Just by using the evidence here in the picture. Noah, what do you predict they're going to do? Okay, and what makes you think that?
Because they're playing garden tools.
Noah sees some garden tools. I see they have some buckets. It looks like they have shovels, some kind of a rake. Did anyone have any different predictions? Stevie, what do you think?
I think they're getting worms and stuff.
Getting worms? And what makes you think that? So you're using some background knowledge. You think chickens are going to eat those worms. Turn on over. Let's find out what they're going to do with all of those tools. These pages, I want you to choral read with me. This time I want all of our voices reading at the same time. Are you ready? 6 kids dig, dig, dig. 6 kids go down. Time out. Where do you think they are going? Deepa, where do you think they're going?
You're going to the blueberry.
Well, how do you know? Do you see blueberries in that picture?
Yeah, I see it. There's a little dots in there.
Bella, where do you think they're going?
Back to the house. I know.
Okay, so maybe they're done playing, they're done growing, making their garden, they're going to go home. Jaden, what do you think?
You eat them.
Eat what?
The blueberries.
Well, I don't see blueberries yet in this picture. Then I'll believe your evidence. Let's turn over. Here are the blueberries. Let's keep choral reading. Ready? 6 kids pick, pick, pick. 6 kids are very blue. Not just a little bit blue, but very blue. Let's turn over and see what they do now that they're a mess. Ready? 6 kids dip, dip, dip. That will fix it. 6 kids like it here. Very good. Practicing reading that fluently. Your job for your exit slip, you're going to go back into this story, 6 kids that we just read.
Griffin down.
And your job, Griffin, have it on out, bud. Your job is to find one short I word. Noah, you're going to find one short I word, Macy, from the story. You're going to write it on your slate along with the page number. One short I word. Write it on your slate along with the page number. Head back to your seat, get out your slate, stock, and marker. One short I word. Write it along with the page number. Go back in your story. Slate, stock, and marker. When you have written your short I word, please hide your slate until I give you the countdown. One short I word, and give me the page number from the text where you found it. your slate. Give me a page number from your text. So you may need to get out your book. Find the page number. You only have to write just one short I word. You got one right there. What page number are you finding that on? You right? And then what page number did you find that on? 41. Don't write that. Sorry, Les. Take a few more seconds. And show me your slates in 3, 2, 1. Stevie, erase, erase. Give me a page number, Rosemary. Erase, erase. Give me a page number, Jaden. Erase, 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 erase.
Page number.
Give me the word. I see a page number, but not the word. Good. Erase, 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 erase. Let me see, Brenna. Erase. Give me a page number, Sarah. Where'd you find it? If I have already given you the okay, please go ahead and work your way to a clear desk. Erase. If I've given you the okay, work your way to a clear desk. Erase. Good. Erase. Erase, Sarah. Good.